Hello everypony, Dyslexia here. Link to my divining art in the description below and also for my Patreon if you like to do that. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google that is not mine. Please go and give respect to the owners of these pictures and copyrights. And it's also going to contain my personal opinion, and it's going to be a theory about Skorpan not being as nice as we're told by T-Rex. So yeah, if you don't like stuff like that, click away or else stay. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So we are told in the earlier episodes of My Little Pony that the Starswirl, the bearded, was befriending Skorpan, that was T-Rex's brother. And I was just like thinking, well, Celestia told us that Starswirl, the bearded, didn't have any friends, but maybe, Skorpan actually didn't befriend Starswirl, the bearded. Maybe the same thing with T-Rex and Discord happened between Skorpan and Starswirl, the bearded. So Skorpan actually took all of the power and turned evil, or the other way around. Actually, it could also be Starswirl the bearded that took all of the power and forced Skorpan into a cellar or something like that, or did break the bond of friendship because he didn't like it or he didn't want it. I actually believe that the backstory of this and the new episode where Twilight is fighting T-Rex have a lot to do with the background story that I'm missing and I want to know more about. Because if it's true what, Celestia says, then Starswirl the bearded was, I will not say betrayed, but he was sad. He must have been sad by losing his friend and losing, the first friendship that he ever had, and finding out that he can't be friends with anybody else is maybe something that Starswirl the bearded was thinking about, and couldn't see, that others wanted to do him good or something like that. I would also believe the other way around, that I told you guys that Starswirl the bearded took all of the power from himself, and actually Skorpan tried to help the Luna and Celestia, and actually Starswirl the bearded turned into something evil because he betrayed Skorpan, because he couldn't handle the friendship, or he couldn't handle all of that power that came from Skorpan. Maybe Skorpan and T-Rex have a lot more in common than we actually think. Maybe Skorpan was the one giving power and T-Rex is the one taking power, as we see in the episode of My Little Pony. But I really do feel like there's something in between the lines, and I still feel like Starswirl the bearded becomes Discord because it's the only, I think that's the only way, or else I do feel like he is trapped in time, or he is, he was killed by Skorpan, but I don't feel like that is something Skorpan would actually do if it's true what, T-Rex is telling, that he was a nice guy, or T-Rex is telling Discord that he was soft and he didn't do the same things as T-Rex. T-Rex is powerful and manipulating and stuff like that. I also believe that is why T-Rex has the necklace. I do believe that Skorpan actually tried to put his friendship on T-Rex, they are brothers, and I do believe that they tried to figure things out, but it didn't work. And then, Skorpan went to Starswirl the Bearded and told everything, but Starswirl the Bearded couldn't, handle things like that, and maybe, Skorpan betrayed Starswirl the Bearded actually because of his brother. Because, Starswirl the Bearded might have told Skorpan what was going to happen to T-Rex, that they were going to put him in chains and throw him away in a dungeon somewhere. And I don't believe that Skorpan, even though that he was a softie and stuff like that, you will do anything for your family. So defending your brother and making sure that Starswirl the Bearded or any other entity can not do anything about it. Maybe Skorpan actually was the one turning Starswirl the Bearded into Discord. I'm not sure how that would work. I would definitely love to have some more background story to Starswirl the Bearded, and also for Discord, so we can finally find out if he is Starswirl the Bearded or not. Something I would also thinking about, that this revelation of finding out that Starswirl the Bearded once were evil, or did evil stuff or something like that. I don't feel like it could push Twilight over the edge, but I actually believe that there is some potential for Twilight being tempted by evil in some sort of way. I know that there's Starlight, Glimmer, and the others can help her through, stuff like that. But what if she was tempted by evil by some pony that she looked very much up to? For example, Celestia, Cadence, or Luna, if they were already overtaken by some sort of evil entity. It could be, the Queen Chrysalis that have found the powers from Sombra, and now, are trying to overtake Twilight, or Flurry Heart, or I actually believe that she's going after the Alicorns. I don't see any reason why she should go after lesser ponies, or how to say that. She sees the Alicorns as the greatest power that there is, but she have forgotten the main six and the elements of harmony and stuff like that. So I do believe that there is some chances for Twilight to be switching and coming back again. Actually, it could be very interesting if Twilight turned evil and she couldn't come back as good. Then she would know how Discord is feeling, in the sense that Discord had to change from evil to good. He had to reform himself and stuff like that. But imagine, Discord's reaction if Twilight actually became evil and were like, we have to, overtake Equestria. Would Discord follow Twilight, or would he, follow the other main sixes lead, like Fluttershy and the others? And can Celestia uphold the friendship between, herself and the others? I also believe that there could be a nice episode where we actually see the background story that, maybe that Celestia did something that she regrets, maybe taking, Sombra's wings, or after she banished her sister in the 1,000 years that was between her banishing her and her coming back again, and the things with Twilight, I actually believe that there was a lot of other things happening, and I do believe that Starswirl the Bearded was there, but I also believe that he could be trapped in time or have done something that made him, evil or something like that. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about this theory. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and your loved ones. And remember, this is only a theory and my fantasy, so I wouldn't mind you writing what you think, or if you feel like it could be a great idea that we actually find out that Starswirl the Bearded was evil at one point, or that Twilight would be tempted to go to the evil side or actually switch permanently to evil. I don't know how you guys think this sounds, but yeah, that's actually all for today. Okay, have a great day. Yeah, bye.